I'd like to welcome you back to the stunning Grand Wailea Resort here in beautiful Maui, Hawaii. And I am joined by one of the members of our executive committee and somebody that I've gotten to know pretty well over the past couple of years, Scott Vidimos. How you doing, Scott?
Seth, great. Good to be with you again.
Right back at you. So as part of member of the executive committee, you kind of have your eyes and ears on the ground of what's going on in the industry, what's going on in the association. What are some of the things you're starting to see?
In general, I see things slowing down right now. We've had a couple of really, really good years. Still the shiny penny is the mega projects, plenty of data centers going up, and that seems to be what's carrying in a lot of the labor right now. But I think some of the other industries where we work, the heavy industry is starting to slow down a little bit. It's not very often that we work straight 40s in our shop. But we're at that point, and as I say, when I've got people out cleaning up and things are getting tidy, that means we're looking for a little bit of work. But in total, it's been solid, but I think the union is expecting to have a little bit of a downturn in hours. I think we're looking at it from a standpoint of maybe a break even, or even from this year.
Is there any ways you think, at least not only just from a business owner perspective, but also a leader of the association level, what are some ways that you think our industry could adapt to that impending potential slowdown?
That's a very good question. I think that some of the preparation we've done over the last few years of training people up and making them more educated where they're more mobile, they're able to go to those areas that have the high demand. So those areas that are slow, and some of them are surprising that some of the bigger cities are slow, but the union's done a good job of having a vehicle there to move people around to where labor is required.
And I think that's one of the best things about our association is, at least most certainly on the national level, is that our relationship with our labor partners is exactly that. It's a partnership. There's obviously the few things here and there that we will butt heads against, but for the most part, I think we both understand that we both have skin in the game and we both are better together than apart.
I find that really interesting. I was thinking about this earlier today, and we've always talked about, at least in our area, of it being a marriage. And to a degree, it's a binding relationship for pension reasons and contractual reasons. I think we do realize that this is still the best model to follow what we're doing. But it's so gratifying to come here and have the International come and sit with you, and it's very congenial, very supportive, very thought-provoking in terms of what we need to do to make the industry better. In our area, we've got negotiations coming up this coming year, and that's when you kind of sit on opposite sides and you do fight those tough situations. Labor sees things one way and contractors see it another. We're in it for the long haul, and we just want to make sure that we set the table for not only the next 3 years, but the years after that.
And I'm glad you mentioned talking about workforce, because when workforce comes in hand, technology is really starting to change the dynamic of our industry. And the great thing about SMACNA members, a lot of them business owners, they see how technology is impacting their business and how you do operations. At your company, how do you think technology is starting to impact your operations and your business?
We have, for starters, at the real base level, we've got 3 programmers that draw parts for us. We're not an HVAC contractor, so everything's custom, job shop. 2/3 of what we do is fabrication. So that step to take and program, draw, is vital to what we do. And our programmers more and more start working from a model standpoint. And a lot of times customers will send you a model, and we use that and build pieces off of that. Or if we don't have a model, we'll go ahead and build one. That way, when you pull it apart, you know everything's going to fit. We're looking at some of the items that a lot of people are looking at as well, the laser burners. I think a lot of contractors have gotten into scanning where they're looking at a room, they'll scan a room for installation of ductwork, we actually will do it as a way of remaking parts. We reverse engineer by scanning an existing part instead of measuring it by hand. And then some of these, almost by trial and error, you've got to see whether you measured it correctly. It might be a flat pattern, but irregularly shaped, and you make your best effort measuring it, cut a template, overlay it, and see how well that works. So that's good. One of the things that really is, I don't want to say come to light, but I'm reminded of the technology on the software side of things, the business management side of things. Said in a seminar yesterday where 3 people talked about their data flow and how they manage productivity and tracking jobs and tracking purchase orders and labor. There's as much technology advantage or gain looking at the business side of things as there is the actual technical side.
Point made earlier, I kind of really want to touch on, because I think it's one of the things that makes SMACNA great, is we're a association made up of different contractors with point of views. We have contractors that are a little more specialty. We have contractors that are just like producing unimaginable amount of duct. We have small mom and pop shops that are running on a shoestring budget and using all used equipment. And then we have these large conglomerates that are just capable of incredible volume. Like, what kind of things have you learned from other business owners, other colleagues, that from different perspectives that you may have that's really kind of helped you out?
Going back to the couple of programs, the programs that I've attended have been very good. And I want to say the interesting thing is you almost learn as much by listening to the questions as the information provided by the presenter. You'll see how people have implemented software or technology in their businesses, and you try to right size it to what you're doing. There'll be people that already have 5 laser welders, and you'll hear how they went and got their first one, had some growing pains, learned, and they may have, next year they might have 10, whereas we'll be at 1 or 2, but you listen to that side of it, and it's a huge advantage. And it goes back to the diversity that you mentioned. You've got people of all different sizes, and you kind of pick and choose what applies to your business and on the scale at which applies to your business.
So last question is, what do you want to accomplish in this next year as a member of the executive board? I mean, next year at this time, it's going to be a pretty amazing milestone for you. What do you want to accomplish between now and then?
I'm looking forward to it. I'll take a step back. We had a dinner the other night of past presidents, and I'll say future presidents, and one of the questions that was asked was, what was your favorite convention? And I kind of jokingly said, well, next convention when I get inducted. But when I think about it, my best convention was my very first convention. It was my first introduction to SMACNA. I think so many people don't know what SMACNA has to offer. Even the people that come here, I think they have a very focused idea of what SMACNA does. So, and I think I had said this to you before, my goal would be to be the cheerleader, be the broadcaster, to help familiarize people with all of the resources that are available through SMACNA. It's a volunteer organization, and those volunteers have great experience that they bring to the table. So the programs that we've got, the resources that we have are contractor crafted, and they're working, but it's a matter of really spreading the good word.
Can't put any better. Scott, we're looking forward to the next year, and obviously that next year, a year from now, it's going to be a pretty exciting date. I'm looking forward to that. So thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule. I know you got a lot going on, but thank you so much.
Yeah, Seth, good to see you.
Right back at you.
Thank you.